It is early evening in Burlington in the fall of 2009. Lake Champlain holds the last light of the day, turning the water gray and flat. Students move between brick buildings and narrow streets near the university. Backpacks hang low, phones are pressed to ears. A dorm window stays lit after the others go dark. By the time a call goes unanswered, the campus has already shifted into night. The streets are not background here. They are the system. Burlington is built on proximity, a small city wrapped around a large campus. Coffee shops beside lecture halls, lakefront paths that carry joggers in the morning, and quiet footsteps after sunset. People pass each other more than they pass through. In October, the air sharpens. Leaves collect in doorways. Class schedules settle into routine. Absence stands out here. On October 12, 2009, Michelle Gardner Quinn, a 21-year-old student at the University of Vermont, goes out in the evening. She leaves a bar near the downtown area. She does not return to her dorm. Friends wait, then they call. University police and the Burlington Police Department begin searching. Officers walk the routes between campus and downtown. Residents step onto porches to answer questions. The lake stays still. By morning, the city knows her name. Flyers appear in shop windows and on campus bulletin boards. Local radio and television interrupt programming. Students change how they move. Groups form where individuals once walked alone. Being seen feels like safety, even when it is not. On October 13th, Michelle Gardner Quinn is found unalive in a wooded area near the city's Old North End, not far from the Winooski River. The system changes speed. Investigators secure the site. Forensic teams document footprints, broken branches, and the path through the trees. The timeline becomes physical. Police begin building a map from cell phone records, credit card activity, and witness statements. A man is seen with her downtown that night. A vehicle is noted in the area. The system narrows. A name surfaces: Eugene Cole. He is known to local police from prior encounters. His movements that night begin to align with the timeline investigators are drawing. The streets start to speak through data. On October 17th, 2009, police arrest Cole. Charges are filed for the unaliving of Michelle Gardner Quinn. The courtroom becomes the next space in the system. Evidence is laid out in sequences. DNA results, cell phone records, surveillance footage from downtown streets. The jury hears about minutes and meters. Where she walked, where the car was seen, how the route bends toward the river. Movement becomes measurable. In 2010, Cole is convicted and sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. The legal file closes. But the city does not. Burlington keeps its rhythm. Students still move between downtown and campus. The lake still pulls people to its edge in the evenings. The wooded areas along the river remain quiet between neighborhoods. The case becomes part of the university's memory. Safety programs expand. Blue light phones are checked and replaced. Escort services are emphasized during orientation. The system adjusts. The timeline from one October night in 2009 to a verdict in 2010 fits into a short column in court records. But the city experienced it as a season. A fall when doors closed earlier, when parents called more often, when footsteps on sidewalks were listened to instead of ignored. The records show evidence tags, trial transcripts, sentencing orders. They do not show the empty dorm room, the desk that stayed unused for the rest of the semester, the path along the river that people walked around instead of through. The streets remain. Downtown lights still reflect in the lake after dark. campus buildings still glow with late-night study sessions. The calendar keeps moving, even when a date stays circled in a university archive and a police file. What remains is not just a conviction. It is a map of how a small city and a campus learned how close their worlds were. How quickly routine can tighten into vigilance. How a single night can stretch across years of policy changes, orientation sessions, and memory. The city outlived the case. The lake kept holding the sky. And between the dorms and the downtown streets, a route remains marked in records, in campus maps, and in a name that still moves quietly through every fall semester.